that dial?
There's nothing better during the summertime than cooking meat out on the grill, is there?
There is, although your wife gets angry because she goes grocery shopping, she gets the steak, she marinates the steak, she gets everything else ready for the meal, and then you grill the steak and say, do you like my steak? Do you like my meal?
I'm the griller. Are you taking your grill for granted, though? You know what? I met up with a grilling expert, and there are some safety tips that you may not have even considered before when it comes to grilling this summer. Let's take a look. I am a gas griller from way back, and what better place to go to for great grilling safety tips than the home of the real-life Hank Hill of the Northeast, Michael Meath, who's with the New York State Propane Gas Association. Michael, thanks for having me.
Ted, how are you today?
I'm doing great. So many things have changed with propane gas grills over the last few years. We don't use lava rocks anymore.
That's right. Yep.
Why is that?
Well, we don't need them anymore.
We
used to use them to transfer the heat through the grill, through the flame to make sure that it was going to heat evenly.
Okay.
Don't need that anymore.
I know that we a few years ago changed the fixture right on the tanks.
Right. The actual valve, Ted, where the tank connects to it, used to be it's probably going to pop a little bit, but that's safe.
Okay.
Used to be where here we'd need a big wrench, you know, to crank the thing in.
I remember
People would
that.
never know, should I crank it to the left, should I crank it to the right?
Right.
Well, now with these handy valve releases and with these particular devices, and this actually is called an overflow protection device so that you can't overfill the tank.
Okay.
Then it just becomes as easy as this to hook the tank back up and you're good to go. If you just take a little plastic cup, put a little soap in it, a little warm water, just kind of mix it up, a little basting brush, anything will work. And then with this valve open but no burners on, what you're going to do is you're just going to check to make sure that you don't have it. Now these little bubbles don't mean anything, but if we had a leak here anywhere, what would happen is we'd see a large bubble come out just like somebody was trying to blow a bubble. And that would tell us that we've got a leak in our system, and that would be stop everything, start over again.
Shut the valve off, go to the local
Go to your local
store,
right, or your propane supplier, and make sure that you check out all this piping, because over time this will wear out. I mean, we're in good shape here, and there's nothing to worry about. But you do want to keep your eye on that. This is just something you should do once or twice a year. That's all you got to do.
Alrighty. All right. Now let me ask you: with grills, the gas grills that come with the electric igniter starters, why do they only last for one season and then never seem to work again? Is that me? Am I doing something wrong?
No, you're not doing anything wrong. The electric igniter is all about, and this one happens to not be the red button. It's just this one happens to be look a little differently, but it's the same mechanism. Happens to be something that's very sensitive to moisture.
Oh, okay.
So even in high humidity conditions, that thing may not work right.
Okay.
Most grills, this particular one doesn't have. Most grills actually have a little hole on the side that you can put a lighter in or something.
I'm familiar with a little hole, believe me.
Danger, Will Robinson. You need to be careful about that.
Number 2.
That's right.
Don't stick the match in through the hole. Or,
right.
Okay.
And so, in fact, what some people will do if they can't get their igniter to work is they'll open the sucker up, they'll stick something in there, and they're working like this. Not want to do that.
Now, how long should you try to light it before you say, boy, there's got to be some gas building up, maybe I should shut it off and let it dissipate?
Absolutely no more than 5 or 10 seconds. That's the thing that scares the heck out of me. When I see somebody hanging around, you know, they've been pounding a few beers or out in the backyard, and they're punching away on that igniter trying to get it going, and then they leave the gas on. Honey, give me the matches.
Right. And
dangerous.
It's just building and building.
5 seconds, no more. Stop. If it doesn't work, turn the gas off, okay? Let it sit for 5 minutes, come back and try it again. Always when you fire this up, you want the lid open. You do not want to be, you know, trying to start these things up because the gas will just collect in there, and it can actually, I've seen them pop up sometimes. You don't want to do that.
You have a big cookout, you got a lot of people coming over, you want to make sure your propane tank is full, so you got to take it to the store and trade it in. How do we get it from here to there?
Carefully.
Okay.
Rule number 4.
Number 4, okay.
We want to make sure that this tank is transported upright. We want to make sure that it's secured someplace. This is not something you want to be tossing in your trunk and then going out to play a round of golf or go to the mall for a few hours. All right? So you want to secure it, and then when you're done getting it filled, bring it back right away. Let me show you how I secure it in my car.
All right, let's take a look. Obviously, we put this in the car already. You wouldn't want to leave a propane tank in a car.
No, and certainly not with the windows rolled up and everything else on a day like today.
All right, that's another danger. This one's all ready to go?
It's ready to go, but here's the technique that I've come to use. You know how you have these holes through the You put it in the back seat. You take out enough of your seat belt so that you can actually put the seat belt through the fixture, if you will. Stay away from the valve. You don't want to be pinching the valve.
Right.
And then, Ted, you just hook it in through there. And that will keep it from falling over.
Nice.
And that's the whole idea. You just want it to be secure. Now, I've seen blankets and, you know, jam wood up against them and everything else, but that works better than anything. It's not interfering with the valve system.
All right. And definitely don't leave it loose rolling around on the back of a pickup.
No, and you need to keep it upright, because if you tip it over, then that's going to strip the mechanism inside, and it's not going to work right when you take it back out.
Well, I think we're all set for our summer grilling.
We're all set. Use common sense, be safe, keep it away from kids, pets, houses, and be careful with the tank.
Thank you, Michael Meath.
Thanks, Ted.
Happy grilling. You know,
wow.
You know what the most important thing I learned during that shoot? Don't wear that blue shirt on a humid day again. By the end of the taping, I looked like Orson Welles in a sauna. But Michael was very
I thought
nice.
you looked very tropical, and his grill looks so much better than mine.
Well,
it looks like it's never been used before.
He's the propane guy of the Northeast.
True.
Of course, it's going to look
good tips, though. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And if you'd like to find more tips on the safe use of your grill and propane all around the home, visit nypropane.com.
All right.
Check out WCNY Connected with us, Ted and Amy.
Thursday nights at 9 on WCNY.